after we beat up a ghost that just wanted to be loved by everyone, it's time for plot.
The ghost with the most.
Hi, lady.
So does she dye all of her hair pink and then only those 2 strands yellow? Or is her
Is she
hair...
blonde with pink highlights, or is she pink-haired with blonde highlights?
These are the important questions, which we will never get an answer to.
Or what if she's black-haired and just dyed it both colors?
Well, she'd have to, if she had black hair, she'd have to bleach the whole thing. And then she probably would have left the yellow parts bleached and then dyed the rest pink. Which, don't do that.
I would say, no, I think if you were to bleach your hair, it'd be a little more... It'd be a lighter shade of
It's
yellow.
terrible for your hair to bleach it.
Oh, I know, it's terrible for your hair.
It's just the only way you can dye it anything funky colored if you've got really dark hair, is to bleach it.
God damn it. Status conditions always work for them.
Yeah, and it's badly poisoned too. That's actually another thing is that there weren't any moves that would badly poison Pokemon until, other than Toxic, until like Gen 4, I think, maybe Gen 3. But even then, I believe it was only Gen 4 where they kept the toxic status when you swapped out. Because definitely Gen 1 and 2, maybe 3. When you swapped out a Pokemon with toxic status, it just went back to normal poisoning, which is not great. So, yeah.
Ha!
Water ball! Well, go! Onto my patented water balls!
So I have a question about this world. Does anyone know how to fight?
Lieutenant Surge.
he fought in the war, don't you know?
Yeah, he fought with his Pokemon in the war. Not like using his Pokemon. Apparently he fought like side by side with them. Although we don't know what war he's talking about, or even against who it was, or what.
That means
That's
Raichu's
dark.
a fucking
People
Yeah.
use their Pokemon in wars. Okay.
Yeah, there was a.
Well,
that
I
was
mean,
an
it was
X and Y thing.
yeah, it was Gen 1, so that was before they were under any development decisions to make it a separate world. It was basically just, no, this is actually Kanto.
Yeah, and there's
Yeah, because I can remember Mew was found in Brazil, wasn't he?
Yeah, or South America.
I think
South America, yeah.
And that's also, I think they were also intending the game to be more dark at that point in general, because, there's the whole dead mom thing with Cubone and all the Pokedex entries and that stuff. I think it was after the anime where it skewed, and the manga's actually pretty dark too. I don't know if that was written before the anime, but the anime kind of skewed a lot later and younger, and I think in turn the games also started to skew to match the anime a lot more, because, they didn't want to possibly alienate the young kid audience. So, I think that they probably shifted from, an 8 to 10 to a 6 to 8 mindset at some point.
Does that mean there's also, a South Unova?
Probably. Nova's just supposed to be New York, so I guess, Unova and Alola are run by the same government, or what am I kidding? There's no government in Pokemon. It's whatever 10-year-old kids wins the Pokemon championship that runs everything.
I'm sorry. I'm just picturing Red from Pokemon Red in a suit behind a desk making executive decisions.
He has become Giovanni.
I was going to say, be better than the guys we currently have.
Yeah, it's just...
Bonus points if his cubicle is on top of the mountain.
You either die
also,
here or...
Hi, Gen 4 reference.
No, this is Gen 5. Grimsley's the Gen 5 Elite
No,
Four.
he's
Gen 5. He's 100%.
Sure?
Yeah, this game has a weird...
Okay, I thought he was Gen 4.
This game has a weird boner for Gen 5 stuff, for some reason.
Is this guy going to challenge us to a children's card game on a motorcycle? Because he looks like he might.
It's...
No, car game on a horse.
No, he's an Elite 4 member in the previous gen.
Yeah, there's no real... A lot of the cameo characters in this game really have no real reason to be here, other than,
He's just on vacation.
Yeah, it's just he's there for Battle Tree battles, and that's basically it. Which, that's fine. I like Grimsley. He's not my favorite of that gen's Elite Four, but, he's fine. It's just, they don't ever... I feel like they were intending to do more with... Colress and Grimsley and all these other people, and they did eventually do more with Colress in Rainbow Rocket and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. But in this game, Grimsley is still... The only thing they do with Grimsley and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon is apparently he surfs. And that's all we...
His outfit's also completely different from
he's got a kimono.
Well, he's on vacation.
Yeah.
Oh.
basically.
I thought anime characters weren't allowed to change clothes.
No, that's Charlie Brown, John.
No, you see, they're not allowed to change clothes until there's a time skip.
My outfit is now black, because things are serious business now.
But still mostly orange.
I understood that reference.
It's funny because One Piece. I mean Naruto. I mean Dragon Ball.
I love Bleach.
Do people even care about Bleach anymore? Like,
Oh no, that is,
Well, yeah, sure. It keeps your socks. It keeps your socks white.
no, Bleach ended a number of years ago.
Yeah, but are they gonna make a Bleach with Who's Its Face's kid, or whatever?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
The
Clorox.
only thing I ever hear about Bleach anymore is people complaining about how it got bad.
Yeah.
Oh, it got really bad.
The only thing I know about Bleach is the leak spin meme, which is probably older than some of the people watching this. No,
Oh,
That
God,
was a
you're
really,
right.
really
That's
early
terrifying.
YouTube meme, wasn't it?
it wasn't
Yes,
even
it
a
was.
YouTube meme. It was its own website. It was like Meat Spin. Don't look that up, kids.
So it predates YouTube.
Yeah, it's like super. It's like 2006 YouTube meme.
We're talking Pop Station Watch.
Yeah,
vintage.
we're talking like when Numa was new and all that kind of junk.
And Star Wars kid.
New.
Star Wars kid, man. I never really liked that one. It's just like, okay, that's something nowadays you'd share on Snapchat, for 5 seconds, and then it's like, or Vine, I guess, but Vine's dead, so
There has to be something here.
There's like normally like pearls and whatever in the
Yeah, but
in the
I
beach.
can't be bothered to look around for too long.
Yeah, I just run around in circles and mash the A button. It's faster because the way that the Stoutland tracks
This slow.
items is weird too. It's always not super clear. Like you'll walk in a straight line and then suddenly it just won't work anymore.
I gotta tell you, out of all the Pokemon you have in your team, Mike Bolton just sticks out like a sore thumb.
Well, it's male, it has fabulous hair, and it's known for singing.
I get it, but it's just the naming. It just sticks out.
The day was born. He yearned for
Merlin.
adventure.
Excelsior, Morgan Le Fay, Michael Jackson.
Oh, this is my Pikachu, this is my Squirtle, and oh yes, of course, Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah, but ironically enough, Jean-Claude Van Damme doesn't have any real good physical attack
I
stats.
still haven't fulfilled my lifelong dream of getting a Hitmonlee and naming it Chuck Norris.
You could probably do that now. I'm sure that there is enough. I'm pretty sure there's enough spaces in the Pokemon name selection now that you can actually do that. Although for a really long time, the Pokemon name selection screen actually had more spaces than the human name selection screen. It might still actually have more. It's close-ish
Hitmonlee
now.
is the one that kicks, right?
Hitmonlee is the
Yes.
one that kicks. Hitmonchan's the one that punches. Hitmontop is the one where they just kind of stopped running with the theme. So
Excellent, then. The movie joke works.
stupid Zygarde
See,
cells.
the punchline is that Chuck Norris dies in a Bruce Lee movie.
If we're talking about old memes, Chuck Norris is like way up there.
They still sell books of Chuck Norris facts, though.
Well, of course
Why?
they do. It's for moms to sell to their kids, like, oh, this is a hip internet thing, right?
I'm hip.
How do you do, fellow kids?
You see, now we're getting to the point where that meme's also old. So,
Hey kids, all your base. Am I right?
Dude, all your bases before YouTube.
All Your Base is
Yeah, I know.
definitely older than some of the people who watch this, because All Your Base is like a 1999 Newgrounds meme. So, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, probably not even Newgrounds. Albino. Anybody remember Albino
Christ.
Black Sheep?
First internet meme I remember is Hamster Dance.
I don't know if it counts, but Ultimate Showdown was the first one of those kinds of things that I remember
Well,
seeing.
that would yeah. Hamster Dance and stuff on Newgrounds
Man,
in the mid '90s.
and I thought remembering a time when Spoonie made videos made me feel old, and now we're getting into all this retro shit, and I'm just like, oh, I remember that too. I am old.
Rate 5 stars.
Yeah, we
5 stars.
now we have to do the kickstarted reinterpretation of Hamster Dance, Gerbil Ballet.
Say King.
What in the... You just had to include the appearance of Sea King?
Yeah.
Yeah, just one.
Say King.
No better that than that annoying as hell cheerleader bird.
Oh yeah, no,
Or
now
Oreo.
it's a flamingo dancer bird.
Oh, that's right, because you're in a different area.
Yeah.
Yep.
I forget what it's like a hula dancer on the other island and like a Japanese style dancer in the fourth island.
Okay,
Yeah.
lady, I'm sure it feels very romantic and stuff to be dancing among the flowers, but those poor flowers, you're stepping on them.
Oh, you're like that one lady in Breath of the Wild who I'm just trying to
You
get
gotta
those.
catch holy hell.
Just trying to get the goddamn cuckoo out so it doesn't destroy the flowers. And no.
You see,
I
the thing is,
actually-
monsters can spawn in there and knock you into the flowers, and she gets mad at you and not the monsters. Like, lady, come on.
I triggered her freak out completely by accident because of those goddamn monsters.
Yep.
One of my favorite videos, actually, Breath of the Wild, concerns that flower lady, where they're fed up with her calling them out on this, so they manipulate a guardian to follow into the garden.
Oh yeah.
Oh, will they keep chasing you indefinitely, or do they have like?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. You can
To the ends
you
of the
can
earth.
keep them chasing you for as long as you want if you just get a big old metal block and levitate it between you and the guardian.
Yeah. So that area that Ryan just went in is like one of the more cryptic parts of the game. In order,
Yeah, I just went in there to register it as the fly point.
yeah. So after you beat the game, if you have the legendary Pokemon with you, there's a warp hole that you can go into, and then you're sent to the alternate dimension version of Alola, where it's night when it's day, and vice versa. And there you can go to the lake, and
The
then
temple area,
and
yeah.
then you find a free Cosmog there, basically. So
Yep. Huh.
yeah, it's really cryptic and bizarre, but whatever.
Something that would have sold strategy guys back in the day.
Yeah. I mean, granted, everybody either bought a strategy guide for Pokemon or knew someone who bought a strategy guide for Pokemon and shared it.
Because
Yeah.
fuck playing Pokemon blind, am I right?
Yeah, but the thing is that even though we all knew somebody who had a strategy guide, we still fell for stupid Peekaboo rumors. Like, it's just like, it's not in the guide, but trust me, it works. If you use this GameShark code that only I have, you can prove that it's in the game. Alright? But I'm not going to show it. You got to find it yourself, because that's how I did it.
Well,
right?
that's also that also stemmed from the fact that stuff like Missing Note did work.
Yeah, it's like Missing
That
No
was
and
in the
Mew
guide,
did
and
exist, so...
And two, that guides have notoriously been wrong
yeah, they were
a
probably...
number of times.
Or there was something inside the game that's so cryptic they had no possible way of finding it was there.
Yeah,
Or it could be like Japan, make them go play online.
You mean Final Fantasy 9?
Don't even
Yes, Final
like.
Fantasy IX.
Okay, this is just getting back into stuff that I did when I was quite a bit younger. But when Devil May Cry 4 first came out, I set about doing a GameFAQs, just on rankings, general tips
Oh,
for
okay.
getting good rankings, and all of the point requirements and stuff for different rankings and different missions. And I used obviously the strategy guide to get those actual numbers. There was one ranking score, I think it was the B rank for a specific level, that the number was incorrect for. I knew it was incorrect because it was the number for another ranking. So I couldn't actually get the correct number, even though I got in touch with someone at Capcom, and
Whoa,
they got
really?
back to me.
Wow.
I couldn't get the correct number. I never found out what it was. That guy
The
is still
world
up
will
there to
never
this day.
know.
Was it
I think it's listed under my old screen name Solaris. So.
was it a Prima guide, or was it like a... Because
I
they
think it was
didn't...
Prima.
Because there wasn't a... Because Nintendo Power would release guides, and those were actually usually pretty accurate because they were official
Mostly-
Nintendo guides.
Yeah, but you know,
Yeah,
it
Nintendo would
wasn't-
just straight up tell them how to do things.
It wasn't the guide's fault though, because Capcom didn't have the information on hand either. so
We made a game.
So I couldn't get the number for that rank. It's not important, because all anyone actually wants to know is how to get S ranks, and I got the scores for all of them. But I don't know, that imperfection in my guide just bugs me to this day.
People who do game FAQs, though, like, I salute you, because that is thankless, obnoxious, and tedious work. So,
Thank you,
it-
Emil, for
it-
Xenoblade Chronicles.
yeah,
It was tedious enough when I was just doing something as quick and simple as ranking guides. So
yeah, so... the people who actually, don't have a strategy... there's no strategy guide for the game, and they
together
look all
a
that stuff...
Putting together a walkthrough would be a fucking nightmare.
And nobody thanks you if you...
It depends on the game. I'm sure all of us can make a walkthrough for Pong.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Nobody thanks you for doing a good job on a guide, but if you screw something up, everybody's going to let you know.
Oh, yeah. Fucking the savages.
Yeah, so, it's... I salute you, Game FAQs people. Now, the GameFAQs forums, on the other hand, you guys can go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Because you're assholes.
Oh yeah, the forums. Oh god, whenever a Google search when I'm looking for something directs me to the GameFAQs forum, I'm strongly tempted to just not even check. I always do, of course, and I always regret it. But, man, it's
you know.
That's why I'm actually more appreciative now of wikis.
Oh yeah.
For a particular game series, because they'll give you what you need without any of the opinions.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because I remember Chugga Conroy mentioned this in his Super Paper Mario review, Let's Play, sorry, where he said like, "Oh, I'm stuck," and it was the first weekend of the game, and then the only response, he was pretty deep in the game, like chapter 6 or 7, and the only responses he got were, "Oh, that's easy. I can't believe you couldn't do it," and "Wow, you nerd, you got that far already, get a life," were basically the only things he heard. So
very helpful, people.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
helpful.
And then he turned around and did a FAQ for Xenoblade Chronicles, one of the biggest games like ever.
Yeah.
Although the latter of those two comments perplexes me, because playing games is his job. Just saying, he's got plenty of time for it.